You say, get Shannon. What'd he do? What'd he do? What'd he do? What'd you do, Shannon? You might as well confess. What did you do? I know you said something funny about him. I know you said, here she go. Here she go with this raggedy, ratchet ass channel. What Shannon say? What you say, Shannon? You might as well confess. You might as well confess. Say it to my face. I dare you, say it to my face. Say it to my face. You know what, Shannon? You can't come to Chicago. You better not come to Chicago, Shannon. You better not show your face, or it's gonna be me and you talking about my ratchet ass channel. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I went to the bathroom. I come back. I hit this button. I'm like, what? What? What is wrong? What's wrong? You watch The Color Purple? That man kept them sisters apart. Me and you, us never part. That ain't what you said, though. You might as well come clean, cause Beauty gonna tell me. Boo made the comedian made you. I don't think so. I know you had. Why would you do that to me, Shannon? I thought you and I was like this. No, ain't gonna happen. Not going to. That don't happen, boo. Uh-uh. Mm-mm. No, 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 no. Not on my watch. Not at my age. No, honey. Mm-mm. I said I'm chilling with y'all. What the hell? What the hell? Let me hit my like button down there, though. Let me hit my like button. There go. I'm number 3, y'all. I'm number 3. You say, listen. I'm telling you, I had to use the bathroom. I grabbed me a peppermint. See? I grabbed me a peppermint. I come back down here and I was like, okay, we can go now. Next thing I know, the shit went poof. I don't know what the fuck. I think it's possessed. I think my channel is possessed. It's gotta be. I don't know. Shannon said, Boo, Daddy made me turn it off. Daddy made me turn it off. Shannon, you wrong. You wrong for that. We just had a whole discussion about that, and you gonna sit here and say that Daddy Boo made me turn it off. uh He said he made me turn that shit off ASAP. Nope, that is not true. That is not true. I don't have one of those. I'm sorry. Can't tell me. What's that song? You can't tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. And Shannon, I'm a little hard headed. I'm a little hard, a little bit, not a lot. I'm a little bit. I'm compromising. You have to make it make sense. It cannot be in a military orderly fashion. You can't do that. You know, I don't go 0 to 10, but I will ignore you. I will ignore you so fast, like, and you know, you'll probably say, "Didn't you hear me? Did I reply?" It's so uh. I can't believe Shannon did that though. Behind my back. See how they are? They terrible. He had all the time to say, Pap, don't be gone long or we gonna think that Boo made you shut some shit off. No, you wait till some shit go off. And then go put that shit out there. No, that's not the case. Anyways, what is it? It's 8:46. 8:46. Get the smoke signal. Boo. Ain't gonna happen. Mm-mm. Everything is respectable. I promise you, it's all respectable. Respectable space, all that stuff. What you say? He even said your boo took away your smoke signal. You can't. I know he didn't. I know he did not. No, you did not. I know you didn't. Nope. Mm-mm. You played me. You played the girl, Shannon. You played the girl. I'm going to put you on timeout. I think you need that 300-second timeout. That's what I think. Mm-mm. No way, Jose. No, 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 no. It's all good in my neighborhood. Mm-mm. The not rules. The everything is copacetic. It's all good. None of that. Mm-mm. No. If it ever comes to that type of daddy or that boo, somebody got to go. Somebody got to go. You see how he did me unapologetic? He talked about me, but he waited till the live went poof and then talked about me. Mm-mm-mm. I don't know about y'all, but I am ready to get in. If you are here and you are under the age of 18, this channel is not permitted for you. If you are under the age of 18, there is no need for you to go get your parents' permission to be here because we don't want you here. This channel is for adult entertainment and educational purpose only. I need to say that because YouTube went all the way back 2019. The video was from 2019, you guys. And yesterday, they put a ID copyright claim on a video that is almost a year and some months old that does have the child the child box checked in the settings and everything. It's on there. Why would they do that? I didn't even try to bother to contact them on there because I was like, this video is old as hell. What the hell would make them go back and look at that to put that false claim on my video? I don't know if it was to take away from the algorithm of the little $40 little check that I get or whatever. I don't know what it was, but they found a reason to deduct from that. Oh, I can show y'all the messages. I might find delete it, but it's old. My no child box is checked. I made sure that it's checked. So I said that for it to be saying that, but I don't know. Guess they going back looking at my videos or something. And you got me. I don't know. It's weird though. Take the $40. Take the goddamn $40. But I know that that's not true. So I did put up that this is a TV mature channel for adult entertainment and educational purpose only. You say make sure Teddy's sleep, girl. He's sleep. I did call Shannon to see if I can board him, right? $95 each way. You have to have him in the little thing that will fit up underneath the seat. And he has to be able to stand up and turn in there, right? And I'm thinking, well, I don't know, what is that for? A chihuahua? I don't have a chihuahua. So that wouldn't work. And I was okay with taking him with me, but Ted can't stand up in the bag that is qualified, that is permissible to board the plane. I was going to pay the $95 each way and just take him with me, but those bags are for chihuahuas. You say, ask me about what channel? Oh, you got some questions tonight. Okay. All right. Put the red flag up so I can see it nice and big when you want me to stop. Okay? So, we start. Let me get my water. Let me get ready. Okay, I hope you guys stick around while we go through the reading. I apologize for the shutdown from the last live, but you know what? We had to laugh for what? Almost an hour and a half over that on that. All of those, everything that was said on the video before this one was all just opinions and laughter. One Papoose does not intervene or plan on coming out here to be in anybody's debacle of any sort. I just don't want it, but I am under the First Amendment right to share my feedback off of what is going on the YouTube channels out here, as what I like to call it, the word on the curb, and keeping the people updated about some of the shenanigans that's going on, because I find them humorous over here. I do. They're very. Y'all like my eyebrows? Look at that. Shane, you like my on fleek? Let's see my cut. I cut my eyebrow. I ain't get my ass beat. I had a little accident stealing my brother's dune buggy. So I told that story. My dad put a swing on the door, and when my brother was chasing me to get off of his little scooter bike or whatever, and I was running, I run through the door, and I didn't know he put a damn spring on the door. And the door came back and sucked me in my damn in my eyebrow. And I had stitches and stuff on there. So then I did it again. So then I have one over here. But they look nice. I don't have no mustache and beard and stuff though. Not at all. Mm-mm. Um, I'm ready though. Y'all ready? Let's go. So we left off with late July in Chicago. That's the only word that I can see. You back, Simply? You come and hang out with me for a little bit. Just for a little bit, y'all, because I do have to finish getting stuff. The 10 people in here, go ahead and hit the thumbs up or the thumbs down, or you could wait until we're done with the reading and pick your selection of choice for the channel over here. It helps the channel stay in the algorithm, and I appreciate it for you guys supporting One Papoose over here. Thank you guys. So here in late July in Chicago, it's hot. It's hot, but nearly feels refreshing after the sweltering humidity of New York. I hardly noticed anyway. After several visits to the Windy City and only seeing the inside of a hotel room or McDonald's down the street. This giant church someone turned into a house. It's supposed to be pretty striking, like an enormous structure to take in. He's acting even more paranoid than usual on the ride there, insisting that my head stays all the way down, completely out of view the entire time. Regardless of traffic or location, like a truck or paparazzi could sidle up beside us at a light and still not be able to get a good look at anything more than the back of my head, which is currently shoved between my legs, hovering right above my sandaled feet. Rob re-explains, avoiding potential photographers for maybe the thousandth time. So much for seeing Chicago. True to the gossip, the house is impressive, overwhelmingly big. Walking through, there's every gadget and style of room you can think of. Robert is clearly pleased at my astonishment. I can tell he's excited too. He's showing me around. There are 3 levels, and he pulls me up the stairs to the second floor into a room with bunk beds. A massive window on one side looks out on a single large palm tree. Interesting. Gently taking my hand, Rob walks me over to the window. I put this here because it reminds me of you. What? It reminds me of you and me, us back in Miami. Sorry, y'all. I put this here because it reminds me of you. What? It reminds me of you and me, us, back in Miami. The sweet gesture floods me with warmth, and I let go of the car ride frustration. He's just watching out for me. He's been thinking about me this whole time, even when I didn't always hear from him. What'd you say? She was headed from the. I'm gonna be shutting up before we done reading. I promise you. Oh, he's just watching out for me, so he's been thinking about me this whole time, even when I didn't always hear from him. Abruptly, he's on to the next thing, guiding me to the main living room, running around, turning on music equipment, and he's looking for something, motioning at me to take a seat on the couch. I sink onto a corner cushion and propped my elbow on the armrest, watching him. He grins over at me. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. Michael Jackson doing this song right here. This grabs my attention, but it's not Michael Jackson's voice that comes through the speakers when he presses play. It's Rob's, bobbing along to his own music with his chest all puffed up. What called him? Okay, okay. I've never seen him so proud of his work. I've also never been allowed to listen in on one of his reference tracks. He writes music for people all the time, but he never played any of it for me before. I wonder why this particular song. Did he bring me here to hear to his house just so that I can hear it? I started writing these lyrics when you were in Miami and I had to be in Chicago. It was hard to get a hold of you for a while. I missed you. Briefly stunned, I looked up and our eyes locked. This song, it's about us, the things we went through. The rush in my head is like the beginning of a roller coaster, dizzying anticipation. I've never been this central to someone's life before. The heady feeling sinks down to my toes until my whole body seems, so this is love? But it will kill the mood. Oh no, I almost stand up and leap into his arms. But it will kill the mood. Plus, I'm still lightheaded, so I probably just fall over first, smiling at me. He starts moving around, bopping his head to the music and singing along silently. His excitement is infectious, and I'm beaming back at him from my spot on the couch, ambling towards me. I wait for him to plop down next to me, cozy up together to our song. Instead, he swings his hips to face me and pushes at his waistband. Okay, get down on your knees, babe. I need you right now. The direct order takes a second to process. It's not until I look up again and see him standing there, legs apart and holding himself ready, that it hits me. I freeze. My submission is his favorite part of our relationship. He thought genuinely that this would make me happy to do this to him, doing a songwriting while thinking of me. I'm happy for him and that he's excited and because he loves Michael Jackson. This is an incredible opportunity for him. It even sounds like Michael Jackson adores him too. But why would I want this? Impatient, his hand slides behind my head to coax me to the ground, and I'm down on my knees again. No, please, no, not this, not like this. there's nothing romantic, no sign of affection, nothing really about me after all. Just our twisted relationship glorified in lyric form, played out in a continual act of submission. When he's done, I pretend to keep listening as I stare down at the floor. Tears trickle as I shift my legs to cross them, arms bent across my waist, squeezing my middle. Rob seems to think that I'm overwhelmed with tears of joy, but my body is tight as can be, trying to pull in and end and end. What a confused person. I'm not sure he's in love with me as much as what he can do with me, how I'm there for him. On the route back to the hotel, Rob's concerned about being followed hits an all time high. I'm crouched so far down and forward, I'm practically off the seat. If we get in an accident, the glove compartment is going to break my neck. It's not my entire back. It's starting to sink in. The idea that this will never be a relationship. I want it to be, despite putting on a happy go lucky air when we get back, my inside feels like they're being slowly crushed. I love him dearly. God, I love him so much. This love is going to kill me if I'm not careful. You say was Big Freddie James, Big Luther with the R and Michael Jackson just yeah. Yes. Chapter 14. The beauty. I'm gonna have to get me some heat on, y'all. I don't know if my nose is running for that or what. Every time I come down here. The beauty of New York in the fall is doing nothing to improve the gloom that sets in after my most recent trip to Chicago. All the goodness of visiting Rob has grown stale lately. It doesn't even feel like I fit in his life, and I'm not sure he wants me to. Calls are less consistent, and he hasn't even invited me out to join him for over a month. The constant shifting back and forth between here and there meant I couldn't take on full time work and left my part time job. I'm precarious in precarious positions, most of which I lost. Finding New York that pays decently has been a struggle. And I'm not the only one hurting this season. My aunt and cousin are feeling it too. Life at the apartment has become unbearable. It's freezing. We hardly eat. And there's no money. Okay, Petey. We hardly eat and there is no money. The apartment is freezing. So there's no groceries. Aunt Carmen, she has her supply of beer in the fridge, but that's about it. She and Uncle Otis are both alcoholics. And generally Carmen's a happy one. But lately they've spent the evenings fighting about one thing or another. I spent my days applying for new jobs and not hearing back. Meanwhile, my weight drops below 100 pounds. I'm usually tiny, but not this tiny. Dating a successful music artist, but can't afford to eat? Go figure. If I can recall, she was at a mall. She has a BFF by the name of Michelle. During all of that time, with her other friends also that took her to go allegedly meet with Mr. Kelly, Robert, as she calls him, who I find it weird that they didn't jump out the vehicle to even want an autograph from a goddamn successful music artist. I don't see nowhere in the previous chapters where she talked about any sort of being hungry, can't eat, losing weight, or none of that stuff. Free food in the fridge, nothing. Now it's because I am dating a successful music artist and I can't even afford to eat. Go figure. Well, guess what happened? Rob calls out of nowhere. Ching ching, I can eat now. That's not in the book though. Wanted to meet me in New York. This is new. For some reason, the shift in settings is getting my nerves all reeled up. He's coming for a show. He's coming for a show. Not for me, but we're going to meet up at a hotel in Midtown. Now, she talks about how getting forced to go down on her knees every time she sees him tells her that, well, I don't think that this man is really in love with me, but I am in love with him. So now she comes back and she tells you in her book that Rob is coming back in now for a concert. Called to meet up with her. Here was your word, a hotel. Meet up at the hotel. Well, if she felt that he was not in love with her, but was for the love of what she can do, and he calls again, I am curious if she's about to jet back out to a hotel again. And knowing that she has told us that he has forced her or unexpectedly requested for her to go down on the knees. You're going to put yourself in the same situation or not. I'm just saying. Exactly, Shannon. Just over and over and over and over. She didn't say he called for her to come. Hey, I got tickets. Do you want to come to the concert? You know, they'll get you in. I love to see you there. She said that he called and asked for her to meet in New York at a hotel once again. But that's her story. Let's let her tell it. My stomach buzzes. He's coming for a show and not for me, but we're going to meet at a hotel in Midtown. My stomach buzzes as I search for an outfit. Getting rest, girl. Time to go out. Time to get bodied. Yep. There haven't been many occasions in New York to dress up, and I don't fit most of them clothes anymore. Not without looking scrawny. My cousin Tamika, now there's a Tamika. BFF Michelle, now cousin Tamika, is with me and offers to wait downstairs or in a nearby restaurant so I can meet Rob in private. That way, she and I can head home together later. Rob doesn't show up within an hour. I go down and I tell her to not stick around. It's going to be a while. Not a new sensation being left in a hotel room to wait. Wait a minute. When did she get in the hotel room? Not a new sensation being left in a hotel room to wait, but still not a great one. So she in the hotel room, but Rob didn't show up. Huh? I thought that my cousin and Tamika is with me and offers to wait downstairs or in a nearby restaurant so she can meet Rob privately. That way, she and I can head home together later. When Rob doesn't show up within the hour, I go down. You go down where? You're already downstairs in a nearby restaurant. I'm confused. Hold on now. Y'all gonna make sure I'm reading this correctly. Her and her cousin is already in a downstairs in a nearby restaurant. Rob didn't show up. She wanted the cousin to leave so that she can meet with Rob in private. And she go down to tell her to not stick around. Go down where? She never ate either. She was so hungry too in that last paragraph too. Unapologetic. She was hungry. She was dead ass hungry. She forgot to even order the meal. She says that not a new sensation, being left in a hotel room to wait. When did the hotel room come in? Let me keep going. But still, not a great one. Old flickers of disappointment start rising up. I know he likes to keep me waiting to see if I stick around for it. She know this. Yeah, she could have ate. She said that she was 90 pounds, lost all the weight. She could have ordered the whole damn buffet and said, put this on Rob tab and dipped out. At least she ate. She didn't even think of that. Shit, I'd be like, bring me a T-bone, a rib eye, 2 potatoes, 2 salads, and 2 Cokes, and 2 goddamn garlic breads, and put that on his tab. I'm gonna be nice and full, but no, somehow she ended up in the hotel room she was already downstairs. And I don't know, y'all. Familiarity makes me feel sad and spent. Dig this part out. I curled up on the bed. What bed? What goddamn hotel room, y'all? When did she make it to the hotel room? Somebody tell me that. Who got the hotel room? Because Mr. Robert didn't show up. Didn't she just say that? So what hotel? Let me keep reading. I'm getting a little frustrated with that right there, y'all. I got to keep reading now. I curled up on the bed, careful not to muss the makeup or hair. I didn't even notice my eyes casually drifting shut. First drumming on the door disrupt my nap. By the time I crossed the room to open it, Rob smacking the wood with both hands like he's high, out of his mind. Lumbering in, the door shuts behind him as I switch the single lamp on. Squinting his eyes as though the brightness in the room is too much, he gives me a good look up and down. You don't look too good, Zed. My hands immediately fly to my ribs, holding them protectively as I look down, examining my body. Are you okay? Not really. Not really eating lately. She was just in a restaurant. Just in the goddamn restaurant. She could have literally had a logical answer that said, not feeling really good. Probably something that I ate downstairs. Because that's where the fuck she just said she was. That's just what she said she was just at. That would have been a more bit logical to put in this damn store. Not feeling well, probably was something that I ate downstairs. Worry about how she got upstairs later on, because I'm sure we ain't going to get to know that part. Me say she always Chicago, New York, Chicago, New York. She says that some days there's nothing to eat. I don't have any money put away, and I can't find work. Her head tilting to the side. He raises his arm to point at me dramatically, swaying a bit as he does. That's your problem. Kelly tells her that's your problem. I ain't lying, y'all. It's in the book. It's in the book. It's in the book. I ain't lying. Wait, the camera. I ain't lying. I ain't lying. It's in the book. I promise y'all. I can't get this damn light right for nothing in the world. Can't tell her. Well, that's your problem. It's your pride. You need to put that pride in your pocket. Mm-mm. The only thing keeping the fury contained is knowing how bad it can turn out. If I yell at him, I don't have a job because I couldn't steadily keep one when I was visiting him in Chicago all the time. Now I'm left with a part-time gig pressing and ironing men's shirt at a little designer boutique. Boutique? Who had a boutique out here, y'all? who had who had a boutique out here? Ooh, Rob was my priority for a long time, but I'm starting to forget why it seems so important. Babe, there's that damn babe and boo shit. Just ask me for whatever you need. Whatever I need. I went to Chicago so many times to be with you, and you would disappear for days. I didn't always have money to eat then either. Even when I was there for you, sometimes there wasn't even a credit card. Ooh, credit card on the damn table. She wanted the man to leave the credit card on the table. Boy, could you? Boy, just if he left that black card on that table, shit, that girl and Michelle and the cousin, what's the cousin name? The cousin, what the damn cousin name? I forgot. They all would have had a good time. Woo, baby, it would have been some heat over there in that apartment, and they would have had plenty of food over there. Carmen would have had a whole goddamn 3 refrigerators worth of beer, all lined up, nice and pretty, and everything. You can't leave a credit card around, folks. Shit, call pizza for days. Pizza for days, y'all. Ooh, Amazon would have made a killing off of that credit card. It's funny that she says that though. She says there wasn't even a credit card on the in the damn room. Huh? On the damn room. Sorry, huh? That's not my fault. His head dips forward and straightens again. It's Mac's fault. Uh, uh, Mac's fault. So it was Mac the man? Mac must have been her man. He tell her your nigga Mac should have left you his credit card. Why'd you get your goddamn credit card from Mac? I'm just coming here to check to see how the hell you doing. Shit. Hey, my damn, that Mac didn't feed your ass. That's between you and Mac's goddamn relationship, not mine. I didn't know chapter 14 was going to be this funny, y'all. I really, really did. So, I do. It says, it's Mac's fault not making sure the car is on your room. Silence lulls between us. Then he staggers towards me, approaching me with open arms. His words turn to silly, drunk chatter, but it's sweet. He asks for forgiveness, apologizes with severe intensity, and reassures me I'll be taken care of in the future. The crumbling on my part is pretty much foreseen. As soon as I'm smiling too and he's clearly forgiven, A confident hand takes mine and pulls me over to the bed, where he lays down and pulls off his shorts. You know what to do, Zed. Of course I do. His favorite. When it's over, Rob jumps up, slides athletic wear back on, and heads to the door. Pausing in the doorway, he turns to look back at me. You can stay you can stay here the night. The hotel is paid for. And he's gone. I invite Tamika back. She invites Tamika back. They watch movies on pay per view. He fucked up. He fucked up. He fucked up. Pay per view. You know what that means? Charge it to the card. Charge it to the card. Uh, uh, uh. Mm, 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 mm. Hmm. Pausing in the doorway, he turns back and look at me. Okay, we did that part. Okay, pay per view. And order a bunch of food. A bunch of food. They ordered a bunch of food. Her and Tamika did. So we can have plenty of leftovers to take home. Didn't I tell y'all they were gonna fill that refrigerator over there? Uh, uh, uh. It's the most I've eaten in ages. And we'll all be able to eat for a week. What did I tell y'all? I didn't read this book. I'm on the same page with y'all. Ain't that a bitch? Didn't I say it? Let me find out that old Miss Karma them goddamn refrigerator about to get full. Uh-huh. OMG. OMG. Yeah, she said it. We'll be able to eat for a week now. There are more visits, more phone calls, but by late December, they're all dwindling down to just about nothing. Well, maybe that's because he figured how much your ass was spent on that damn food. They all dwindle down to just about nothing. Rob seems to have disappeared from my life again. I don't have the physical energy anymore to fight it. The current weather matches my shitty mood. A blizzard overtakes New York. Stinging winds and icy streets keep everyone cooped up inside. More time to wonder. Pass the phone and I don't know this word. Ruminate on why it's not ringing. Right as the storm prepares to hold New Yorkers captive indoors for a solid chunk of days, my Uncle Al and his wife Ingrid helped Tamika and I move into a co-op city with them in the Bronx. This is moving up for us. This is moving way up for us. Concern had been growing about our living situation and lack of food over the Lower East Side. Al is a retired paramedic, and Ingrid is a no nonsense powerhouse who always has her shit together. But she's not meant to be taking care of us, just offering leg up. I like to sit and talk with her at the table as she smokes imported cigarettes, long and skinny. Her other hand rests on the table with long painted nails which clacks against the table as she talks. She's the classiest lady I know. I want to be her and own a fly white Cadillac like hers. I imagine myself that put together someday. Ingrid quickly becomes a mother-like figure to me and we get close. She talks to me about life and love jobs and the gritty details of making it through the rough times. She always tells me, "You're a winner, Lizette. Stick with the winners." Since flights to Chicago aren't happening, I share a room with Tamika at the new place and look for a job when the snow eases up in January, despite the ups and downs of the last few months when Rob gets antsy for me to come visit in the spring. So I started up my usual weekend excursions to Chicago again. What's it take for a girl to learn? Huh? I'm about to find out. I go, okay. Chapter 15, y'all. Somewhere, I don't think that she's in love with Robert like she says she was. In my opinion, I think that if this true story and there's facts to this shit here, I think she fell in love with being a bobblehead. Hey, that's all I'm saying. That's you. She already know if she's claiming that this is what Rob always want. Rob always, Rob, do that. You know, get down on my knees. And if you are aware now that this is the pattern that he's protruding to you, she's happy again to be going heading off to do some head hunting, head activity, or whatever you want to call it. So we're chapter 15, and to me it seems like she's in love with bobbleheading. That's just me. I'm sorry. I don't think at this point, and we got a ways to go, a ways to go, that she's in love with him. No, you're in love with bobbleheading. And anytime somebody could pick up the phone, you got a problem with this, you got a problem with that, he ain't there for this length of time, he's gone, he didn't even call for this, and now you need the credit card, ring, you can come, it's a snow blizzard in New York, but somehow found a way, it's time to head back to Chicago, because it's time to do my bobblehead. But let's move on, you guys. Let's do chapter 15, a dream catcher. I'm dreaming. I'm dreaming. I took a test. Rob, I'm pregnant. No response. Robert, I wait. Aunt Carmen already had told him that I had missed my period. When did he start talking to Aunt Carmen? When did he start talking to Aunt Carmen? Because I remember in the story, it was just the one time he made the call, I guess, according to her story, and asked if she was there or whatever. But now, I guess he's talking to Aunt Carmen. Then apparently, the call called him up, asking what he was going to do about it. That's why I'm here at her place, figuring out what to do next. I don't want anyone else to know. I don't like that. I don't like girls that are pregnant. Huh? What am I supposed to say now? Well, okay. An expiration size blows into my earpiece, followed by Rob's practice deep voice he uses for ensuring audience attention. I don't know. I don't know, Beauty. She missed that whole process, honey. The whole process. He doesn't need to use it. He's already got my attention. I mean, you need to come here, Zach. I need you to come to me now. Why is he so terrified? It's a baby, not a nuclear bomb. I want you to come tomorrow. I tell him that I'm not sure and hang up. The 1 minute she's desperate for the phone calls. I never heard from him. I want to hear from him. I want to hear from him. And now she hangs up. She wanted him to know, oh, I'm pregnant. And then she hangs up. 1 minute she wanted, oh, wait, who is the boss around? Who is the daddy? I tell him I'm not sure and I hang up. Girl, obviously you can. I don't know. I don't know. I never seen it happen. I never witnessed it happen. I don't know nobody that got pregnant by being a bobblehead. I don't know anybody. If it happens, it definitely will go down in the World Book of Genius, of records. Bobbleheads. She'll be the first one. She'll get a star on the Hollywood. Oh, the remainder of the spring and summer had been wonderful, so carefree it's almost hurts to think about it. This was not my smoothest transitioning into the fall. Rob calls back the next day and T.T. Carmen answers the phone. She reminds him loudly that this all started when I was underage. Who wrote this book? Who wrote this goddamn book? She reminds him loudly that this all started when I was underage, so he doesn't have a lot of leeway here. While she threatens R. Kelly and chides him about the inappropriateness of his behavior, I listen in the hall, tucked behind the doorframe. None of my business. That's my blood. It is my damn business. And yes, we're sure. She took the test after missing her period. I told, I told you, poking her head around the corner. She passes over the phone with the heavy sigh of someone who just finished a marathon. He said he wants you to go over there, but if I were you, a confronting hand slides into my shoulder and I wouldn't go because he's going to make you have an abortion. Just so you know, he doesn't want that child. And I thought my panicking had already hit its limit. Nah, girl, it's just starting. Shakily holding the phone up to my ear, Robert's voice creaks through the static. From the sound of it, Ingrid struck some measure of fear in him. What the fuck is Ingrid? Okay, Ingrid did. He's clearly shaken. I look up at my aunt who is leaning with one shoulder against the wall, watching the whole event play out between the narrow eyes. A cold Budweiser slunk into one relaxed hand, standing there, uncertain, hearing his voice in my ear saying he wants me there with him tomorrow. Wants me as soon as possible. All I can do is say, yes. No, she don't. No, she do not, Beauty. No, she do not. I'm crying, and it's probably not the best idea, but I agreed to call his travel agent and take the next reasonable flight out. Travel agent? He got a travel agent? I'm just travel agent. Endless worries race through my head. What would Michelle think about my being pregnant? Or my sister? They're going to be so disappointed in me, I can't even scrape a family together. My aunt knows, but that's okay. I trust her. Mom can't know. She also can't find out through the grapevine or the media. That the media knows? That would be the worst. At least I'm of age now. So it's less of a scandal. But she know I've been lying to her for months about everything else. So she claims that she met Rob. The whole family, she kept a secret for a while. She didn't want them to know. She didn't want her mother to know. She didn't want nobody to know. Person that kind of knew, she was Michelle A. She used Michelle A to duck and dodge around her family members of her home, right? She did that. She went on to complain about she couldn't eat and how her family was hungry, and there's no food in the refrigerator, nothing but a lot of beer. Back and forth with meeting Mr. Kelly, allegedly from New York to Chicago, Chicago to New York, New York to Chicago, Chicago to New York, boom, boom, bang, to be this bobblehead. Insisted that if I need to eat because I need the credit card left on the hotel room. Credit card, Mac should have done that, and it's on the room, and now she is filling up the whole goddamn family refrigerator off the credit card. Eating that. So now we're at the point where the whole family pretty much has known him. He's talked to Carmen. Carmen's confirmed that, oh my God, she's pregnant. I need to see you once there. That's what she says. Okay, she sounded like she didn't want to go at first, but of course, if you still want to eat, you need to get there. So she's got to get there to go eat again, because that's the only person in the whole wide world that can feed her. Nobody else. Let's move on. And now she's pregnant. She did all of this allegedly underage. Apparently, somewhere she was still pregnant of age, because she says it here. But I am of age. At least I'm of age now. She didn't talk about nothing but jump into I am of age now. So pretty much it don't matter what nobody says. I am of age. My light is flickering, you guys. Gotta fix that. Yeah, should be better. I think. I don't know. So it's less of a scandal. But she'll know that I've been lying to her for months about everything else. Rob didn't offer an, I'm sorry, well, figure it out together. No, don't stress. It'll be okay. So it feels like the entire situation has collapsed on my shoulders alone, and I can't carry all of it. Sleeping tonight seems impossible, but laying in the dark, rubbing my lower abdomen and the baby I know rests underneath. I managed to calm down enough. I managed to calm down enough to lose myself to blissful unconsciousness. The next day, I boarded an American airline flight to O'Hare. I spent the majority of my time in the air between. The next day, I boarded an American Airlines flight to O'Hare, so I spent the majority of my time in the air between a total nervous wreck. The anxiety only increases as we close in on Chicago. Of course, I wasn't ready for or planning on a child. That Rob might even think that is insane. Dreams of my singing career are floating out the window. I'm young, without the right to support. This could change everything, put me entirely out of the running for a legit vocal career. Each time the dark, straining knot in my stomach starts to cease, I almost doze off. It tightens again with a cruel ache. I stare out the plane window, trying to push everything out of my head until I, at least, see Robert's reaction to the news in person. This feels like it's lasting a lifetime. By the time I'm crossing my way back over a boarding ramp alongside other passengers, the internal battle has left me dazed. My body seems hollow, almost unreal, like this isn't really happening. Looking for the limo driver, holding a Martinez sign is trickier when my eyes keep blurring with tears. Be strong. You gotta get it together. Hold it in. Swallow it down. Swallow it down. Swallow it down. You should have been spitting back, because apparently you telling the people that you got pregnant without any kind of sexual intercourse, only bobbling. So, with that being said, I think that she should refrain from using the word swallow. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's crazy. She needs to refrain from that word. And stand straight. There's no other way to get through it. Spotting my driver, I wave and allow myself to be escorted into the expensive vehicle. The man offers to take my bag, but it's small, so I keep it with me. Despite thinking Rob might want to keep this situation super hush hush, we once again do not pull up to one of his private houses. Surprise, surprise. I'm dropped off at a hotel alone. Rob isn't there. On the upside, his manager remembered to include a credit card on file, this time with an open invitation to order anything I'll like up to the room. Pregnant and craving. This sounds like heaven. It's a relief to finally be taken care of somewhat. It's late afternoon when I checked in the room, but Rob doesn't swing by until midnight. The half hearted hug and hello automatically put me on edge. He's hardly looking me in my eyes. No conversation takes place in the room aside from a quick, all right, let's go to the studio. Almost as soon as he arrives, the lack of affection tugs at me after coming all this way. I don't know how many damn times she gonna be keep talking about every time she show up, he ain't there, then he show up, then there's no love and affection. But you keep coming back for no love and affection. My hair is done up the way he likes, and I'm wearing a long, stunning summer dress with brown sandals. He doesn't even seem to notice. Despite the awkward circumstances, I feel pretty and elegant, but the blunt indifference is taking me down a couple of notches. At the recording studio, I'm made to wait while Rob works on a track. In addition, I'm also expected to sit here and listen to him coach the young girl joining him on said track. Anna Pollock. I watched her. Edges of short blonde bangs are continuously swept behind an ear with her free bangling hand as she sings something about all she wants is to hump and bounce. Clever. She's failing to hit a note over and over in the chorus at the same spot. And I can't help thinking this is so messed up. What the hell is going on? Rob and I have been working on music together for a while now, and I'm still not singing on any of his recordings. Now this kid, now this kid is here. And I am supposed to just watch from this stupid black couch. The girl isn't even responsive to critics and keeps making the same dumb mistake. Ugh, it's infuriating. I find the correct note in my head and I'm burning to sing it correctly with him over her. Steve, the tech engineer, he plops his chin in his hand in frustration as she hits it flat again. So now I have to wait until the newbie gets it right before Rob can talk to me about our child. A few choice of words fell out of my mouth before I can stop them, and Steve turns around, locking eyes with me. In a slight surprise, my anger melts away when his face fills with sadness and concern. That look unnerves me more than anything. Rob stops the session. I'm still strewn across the couch, but his head jerks roughly to the right as he walks past. My cue to follow him outside. To the fire escape. Great. Great place to talk about having a child. He starts. I don't think that this is a good idea. No shit. unusually blunt for me. His face slackens in surprise. It's not like you get to like this. And what was that back in the studio? Well, watch which way you want me to get. I can't do this. I need to get the words out. I don't believe in abortions. I grew up Catholic. There's too many. Rob, I can't. I can't do it. Salty tears spill out of my eyes, smudging makeup down my cheeks. He's kneading his hands together, his thumb tracing his palm hard, like he's rubbing something sticky. A sign he's really trying to hold back right now. I can see the tension in his knuckles in the way that the veins are slowly rising to the top. You're going to ruin your career, Lizette. What career? I demand. I'm getting it together. When I have my own record label, I'll make you an artist. It's gonna happen. Flustered, his words stumble. When I remember, keep that in mind, when he get his own record label. And I remember hearing a lot of people out here, not a lot of people, but some people, was saying that he protected these women, not wanting them to go in under how he was. Learning these contracts and putting yourself up under someone who is not going to have you at your best interest, either protect you out here in the music industry, right? And here she states that he says, I was going to do this. I'm going to do it. I just have to get my own record label. And at this time, I don't think he was under his own record label. So maybe he was protecting her. So, but no, frustration in his words stumbled unsteadily. Shit, you're going to ruin my body. What will you do then? I don't know what I'm going to do. This shuts him up. I can tell he doesn't want to talk anymore. Not looking at me, he says, I'll sign you when I get my label. Glances back once at my stomach and then shakes his head and drifts back into the studio in silence. I break down. I want to die, knowing it would be ideal for him if I left. I decided to stay. Working angrily might inspire him. Has before. Tired and emotionally drained. Sleep comes too quickly on the studio couch. Waking up to the commotion of a bunch of people after a talk like that, not exactly ideal. But here they are at Rob's invitation. Minus that Rob isn't here. He left without me again. And I know Steve is telling me I should go. That Demetrius will take me back to the hotel. Steve has taken me home on many occasions when I've been forgotten about and left solo at the studio. Helping me up, he searches for my purse with me until we find it under a chair. As he rests it in my hands, he whispers, don't be with him. There are so many different girls. Then he guides me out and passes me off to Demetrius. Thank you, APC. Thank you. I do not. This book is being read for entertainment solely purpose only. You must be over the age of 18 because this channel is not intended for anyone under the age of 18. There are going to be things in this book that you are not going to like. If you are over the age of 18, please feel free to put your opinion in the comment area of what you think. What do you think? Who cares anymore of what people think? This is my fucking life. Pacing back and forth in my hotel room, I tried to think of ways to make this better. Apologize? Probably not enough. Not sure Rob would even come here for just that. Fall on my knees and beg for mercy? Nah. It would turn into a weird sex thing, and I'm already feeling destroyed by all of this. Let my aunt threaten him a little bit more? Tempting. But I want to be with him, to make him happy, not drive him away. I can't stay still, so I head downstairs, charge cigarettes to the room, and smoke outside, sucking in nicotine like it might save my nerves from complete decay. I never smoke, and I realize now it's the worst time to do it. But everything feels frayed and falling apart. The same mantra flies through my head every minute. You can't lose him. You need him. My fingers continue to dial Rob's number over and over. The wall of silence is shattering. What little sanity I still have left at this point. I call Michelle, who picks up. Between my choking tears and borderline hysterical thought process, she manages to get the basic idea. Lizette, get the hell out of here. The wind is picking up and I sink down against the wall. I can help you. Please, let me help you. I I don't have money to get home. Didn't she just use that damn card to get some damn cigarettes? Put a one in the chat for yes, put a two in the chat for no. Didn't she just get some goddamn cigarettes? And you mean to tell me now I don't have money to get home? Hell, I think she about playing Michelle A too. Shit. I don't have a way to get money. Saying it out loud starts to bring my thoughts back in order. I don't even know if I can get out of here. That night, there's no words from Rob. He stays elsewhere, doesn't call. The following afternoon, he arrives without notice, trailed by his manager, Daryl McDavid. A single knock at the door is the only indication of their presence before barging in. They seem ready for something big. The smile Rob throws at me is basically the same as the other night, so I interrupt. You told me, oh, that's right, Shannon. I guess she ain't getting online. You right on that one. What happened? You told me you would help me with the music career, and you didn't. You can't use that supposed career that never happened as a reason now to get what works best for you. Unsurprisingly, this remark sends the conversation spiraling into a full-on flight. Daryl gently tugs on his arm, pulling him out to the hallway to calm him down. Despite tiptoeing a tad closer, I can't make out their low voices. Daryl has always been nice to me, but I don't trust him, especially after they sauntered back in for Rob's final comment before they leave. Disturbingly calm, Rob looks at me and says in a quiet voice, I'm going to come back tomorrow to be here for you. The instant change in the demeanor is throwing me off. And we'll take you to the doctor. The tension cracks as they glance at each other and both break down into uncontrollable laughter. They leave without even saying goodbye, but I can hear their chuckles echoing in the hallway. Demetrius scurs in with a concerned frown. Are you okay? I'm trying not to let my tears turn into full-on wailing that guests will be able to hear on other floors. Man, you could cry. You can squeak the hell out the bed. You can run water. The guests don't usually hear that. Now the loud music, some loud music at Motel 8 and 7 and 6 and 5. Yeah, you can hear some shit through them thin ass walls, pretty much. Pretty much. It belong in the dollar store. We're gonna get through this chapter here, you guys. And I will be back tomorrow at my mom's, coming in with the next chapters, but it is coming up on 10 o'clock. Coda wants me to go through her clothing so that I can get everything packed up in there so that I can get on the highway tomorrow. So let's get through this one here. I'll meet you guys back again sometime tomorrow. We'll get through the chapters. I'm taking the Kindle with me. And we're going to get through this because we got to get through this book. I'm definitely finishing this book. This one here, yeah. So, she says that Demetrius asks, are you okay? And she says that she's not trying to let the tears fall because she didn't want, the shit welling all through the hotel and people would be hearing her crying. He settles down next to me and we talk about the other night, how awful it was and how stressed I am at this point. Sharp pains in my abdomen and lower back are starting to drown out my thoughts. Uh-oh, she's going to labor. I don't know what's wrong. I'm starting to have pretty intense cramps. Oh. Then I'm taking you to the doctor now. The hospital is a blur of questions, nurses, cold towels, and endless waiting. Somewhere between the commotion and the foggy lull, and from the meds that they gave me, someone hollers that we need to test for HIV. Sorry, what? Well, it's negative, thankfully. And I notice Rob has finally shown up. The hospital staff is trying to figure out how many weeks along I am. Where? What hospital? Where all these hospital records and shit at? Huh? Why that wasn't brought up? I ain't reading none of that shit. It sounds like an auction. Nurses just throwing out numbers. 5 weeks, 6. Okay, maybe early on 6. Early on 6. Good thing we're so well informed now. They tell us there's nothing that they can do at the moment and send me home. So is it 6 weeks? 6 weeks? 6 months? Home as in the hotel where Rob drops me off and leaves me to cope by myself for the next 4 days. 2 days in, I find myself staring out at the world in fear from the thick hotel windows waiting for Rob to call while the pain gets worse and rest feels nearly impossible. Demetrius continues to make me feel strong along on our phone calls. Oh, so now she's hanging out on the phone with Demetrius, saying that he's not sure where Rob went. And my anxiety grows with every passing minute. This is not normal pregnancy pain. I need help. After crawling to the shower with Michelle on the phone and blacking out, I wake up hours later to blood everywhere. It's incredible. I haven't bled out. Everything around me is stained black and rust on weakened legs. I attempt to stagger out of the shower, but I ended up lying on the cold tile. To feature sympathy. Stomach pressed to the cool flooring. Fancy towel with an ornate design. Here I am in this fancy place. What place? What place? Glided with money, gilded with money in hopes for a better life. And I just know without anyone telling me, I've lost my baby. On the fourth day since the hospital visit, the hallway door creaks open. Rob pokes his head in. For 2 days, I've been too exhausted to. I've been too exhausted to so much as move. My deadened limbs drapes across the linens, and I know the soft fabric is permanently spoiled from my sweat and blood. The room probably reeks with the iron stench of old blood mixed with salty tears and fluids. Somehow, I don't care. Emptiness has taken over. There's nothing left, just a limp body sprawled on a pile of expensive cushions. Now y'all know that that stuff would have got needed to be disposed, right? Right? So if we're disposing all of this linen that is supposed to be allegedly soiled with wrought iron smell of blood or whatever for a couple of days due to an alleged miscarriage or whatever, what? How they get that shit out the hotel? Cause you're in a hotel. How did they get that out? House cleaning never came. A house cleaning service never came. House cleaning, they never came. They never came. So if she leaves this hotel room within this next goddamn paragraph, I got a problem. I got a goddamn problem. And I'm pretty sure if they had them left, and whoever this room or whatever that she allegedly let this happen in, name is under, the hotel room would have probably had a problem. Probably had a goddamn problem, y'all. I'm sorry. This is an enormous amount of blood around here, right? And even with the miscarriage, I do believe that you still have to pass the placenta. I'm just saying. So where is that at? This hotel room cleaned up all of this shit, and this shit didn't make it to the news and do what? Everything gotta go, Shannon. Everything. The thing is, ooh, clean it up. She said she crawled all up on the pillows and the cushions and every goddamn thing. What about the bathroom? What about the bathroom? Oh. Woo, cha. Woo, cha. You right. Oh, jeez. I hardly noticed. I'm being taken to the hospital. Am I carried away? Do I walk out of there with assistance? Do they whisk me away in this wheelchair? There's no memory of it. No memory of what? No memory of what? You don't have a miscarriage. I can't imagine somebody's having a miscarriage. And just because you allegedly you told these people that you fainted, you blacked out. You blacked out. You have no memory of it. But I have memory to tell you about it in a goddamn book. Yep. Wow. I don't know, y'all. I'm going to have to go with unapologetic. Woo, cha. Woo, she says there's no memory of it. Just the blur of being in the room, followed by the more substantial and chaotic blur of being back in the hospital with a nurse. I got something to say after this. saying there's nothing that they can do but stabilize me. Only me, no baby. Now, I'm wondering if there's no memory of this, can't recollect what happened because I blacked out. Did it ever happen? Did it ever happen? Because we talking about her having all these severe lumps and pains, bleeding all over in the bathroom, all over on the bed and the cushions. And Demetrius comes, helps her out, to get her over. No memory of it. None. The doctor says, the nurse says, there's nothing that they can do but stabilize you. No baby. Where's the baby? Where's the stuff that's got to be pushed out? Where is it? Where did it go? Who has it? Did you leave it in the hotel room? Was it still in the bathroom? Huh? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I don't know. Did you flush it down the toilet? Where is it? I don't know, y'all. It magically disappeared in her damn dreams. Did Rob know this might happen? Is that why he was gone for so long? When he knew that I was pregnant and sick? Well, I'm not pregnant anymore. Deep down, I already knew. But hearing it said aloud is like having the nurse shout it. She says that I'm not pregnant anymore. I'm not pregnant anymore. Deep down. That's what it says. I think that I was only pregnant in my head. Because deep down, inside, I don't think I was pregnant. I just told the people. I already knew, but hearing it said aloud is like having the nurse shout it into a massive canyon where the words shout back at you over and over. Each echo a reminder pounding in my head that my baby is lost. 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 Woo, child. It's 10 o'clock, y'all. I know. I want to keep going. I really do want to keep going, but I need to finish packing. Get Dakota done. I got to be up at 7. Oh, my God. Oh, you say read to Bob. Read to Bob the head. I don't know, y'all. It's intense. It's intensifying. Oh, jeez, Jiminy, jerkity, jerk, jam, crickety, woo, woo. I don't know. I don't know, y'all. We will resume on chapter 16. I'm going to let you guys depart from the channel because I have to depart from the channel. Thank you guys for tuning in and listening. Chapters 13 through 15. Hopefully we will find out where the baby is. What happened to the baby? I know one thing. She must have kept this a big secret from Carmen and the mom and the rest of the family, because I'm pretty sure that Mr. Robert is the only person that probably showed up to the doctor, right? Nobody else. All the family people, right? Nobody else. I don't know. I'm not going to read it without you guys because I'm going to wait. But I do. I have to get ready to go. You say this idiot wrote this lying boring his book. So everybody, I will see you guys in Chicago. Got to go pick my moms up, and I'll be there. And we're going to finish some more chapters. My mama going to be like, what you in there reading? I'm going to be like, woo, child. Go to bed, mama. You don't want to hear this. I'll be up and ready to go to catch our flight out, y'all. So, with that being said, don't forget to give the channel a thumbs up or a thumbs down and share the channel, you guys. And I will meet you guys back here again tomorrow. Until then, I'm out of here. Have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful night. What, unapologetic? We did the woo child. Woo child. Lady Diva, good night. Unapologetic, good night. Harlem, APZ, Shannon. I'm gonna get you talking about some he made me shut it off. K baby, thanks for popping in. Petey, thanks for popping in. Demetria, thanks for popping in. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Galatians, and thank you, thank you, thank you. Beauty is me. Thank you as always. Harlem, thank you, thank you, thank you. So, remember where we left off at? We're gonna talk about that. What'd you say? We said thank you for the letting up you fit. The boo is Coda Bear. Coda Bear was like, where are my clothes? Where are my clothes? You ain't packed my clothes. So, I don't know, y'all. It's a crazy story. Crazy spiral of just, pull your hair out. Queen! I forgot about you, Queenie. Thanks, Queen. Thanks for showing up, girl. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. So, I'm out of here. Have a good night, y'all. I got to sleep like this, y'all. I got to comb my hair today. And I know if I go to bed, I'm going to be like, it's going to be everywhere. But I'm trying to hold on to my little hair. Repairing it. Feels good. It feels so good. I'm so good. So good. So, let's get in there.